Good morning, DGR in the studio. Welcome. Hold on, just waking up here. Knocking it out. We'll put the coffee over there. Oh my goodness, what have I been doing with my life? New Balance Summit Unknown V3. Who has tested this unknown Summit Unknown lineup from New Balance? What have I been doing? I've been missing out, everybody. I'm very excited about this shoe. New Balance Summit Unknown V3. Okay, I'll just say from the outset, well, first of all, the cameras froze. I tried to film at mile 3, but no luck. In the filming, okay, it was the -10/-15 day without the wind chill, okay, so my cameras froze, so I didn't get much footage filming, but there is a rock plate in that midsole. So if you're concerned about sharp rocks, concerned about sharp roots, you're gonna be good to go. I didn't feel a thing out there through the 25 plus miles, 2,500 feet of testing. And for those that are new, welcome to the channel. For road shoes, just to clarify, I've said this many times, but road shoes, I take them to 50 miles. And then for trail shoes, I take them to 25 miles plus 2,500 feet of vertical gain and loss for the testing. Usually turns out to about 2 or 3, 4 runs, depending on where I'm at in my training cycle. All right, stack height, 30 and 20. I feel like that's radical in 2023. As we move into 2023, 30 and that's not very high, right? You know, 10 millimeter drop, I love it. But compared to so many trail shoes that are now at least 28, but really like 30 and 35 or 30 and 36, 20 and 30 is a little refreshing, a little bit of ground contact feel, even though you have that, you're not feeling the ground because of that rock plate as far as sharp rocks, but you don't feel as hoisted up, up in the sky when you're, for rolling ankles, on the rocks and negotiating the rocks out there. I didn't feel hesitant at all going fast in the shoe over pretty treacherous trails, okay? Mostly I'm thinking of there's an upper section on Mount Falcon, and then also on Mount Morrison that are pretty rocky. And I just felt like I could go as fast as I wanted without worrying about rolling my ankles in this shoe. All right, there's some scores for the weight, the drop. All right, upper, here you go. And no wet feet. All right, it wasn't, now the snow, at least in the testing on the freezing day when the cameras froze, no wet feet at all. Part of it was because I had great socks on because it was so cold out, but I love this upper. Toe protect, okay? Just to help right there on the medial side to help protect your toes from kicking the rocks and the roots. I love that detail, New Balance. Now I will say one thing, let's just double check here. Semi-gusset on the tongue, all right, butterfly effect, all right? There it is. Oh yes, there it is. Wrap it around the top of your foot, perfect New Balance. I would say the perfect amount of padding on top so you don't feel the laces, locked down, solid. I would say, okay, it's a stout heel counter, like really solid. I'm not, it was good. I would be okay if they added just a little more padding on the heel tab, heel counter area, just a smidge, but really it's not that bad. It's not, plush by any means, but just because that heel counter is very stout, which helps you feel like you're not going to slip out of the shoe at all, so you can really dig into the mountains on steep vertical pitches. Okay, now let's lean into the midsole. All right, fuel cell midsole, and it's perplexing. I'm not saying I've ever felt a midsole quite like this to the thumb test. And listen, oh yeah, did I already do the twist test? Yeah, not twisting as much as you might suspect, but man, it's given energy return back, but resilience. It feels soft, but it's not mushy. All right, it's so perplexing. I don't know how to describe it, but I like it a lot, New Balance. I like it so much. Coming out of the box, I think I even filmed myself saying like, ooh, that feels different through that midsole. Okay, let's do the durometer real quick. 37. I love it. Okay, see, that's what I mean. 37, 35, okay. That was in the heel. And then on the 43 under the toe box. Interesting. Hold on. 37 there. Hold on. 43 again. So anyway, upper 30s, low 40s. It's a range. It's always a range. Keep that in mind, all right, for the durometer. All right, there you have it. Love the midsole. Rode so well. How will I use this shoe? Let's talk about it. By the way, the outsole, there's the score. It's an interesting pattern, lug pattern. I'm not saying it's my favorite, but it definitely gets the job done. Like, just didn't feel like I was gonna fall down, or I just felt confident. It's straight lugs, okay, rather than an angle to them. But I suspect, okay, what is it at? It's about 9 ounces, which is good, solid, really good. But if this shoe was 8.2 or 8 ounce, I would consider doing some longer. And so this is how I would use this shoe moving forward in longer FKT efforts, all right? So I'm talking FKT efforts of like 8 to 15 miles because it's got that type of weight, that type of energy return, and that type of grip on the outsole. And again, depending on the trail that I'm doing it on, but man, would I race in this shoe? I would. I would race, again, at 8 to 15 mile range-ish. It wouldn't be my first choice, but if you wanted to buy one trail shoe to train in and race in, just because it is pretty lightweight, and I think you're going to enjoy that midsole ride so that it's just not going to feel mushy under step. It's got a little bit of, a little bit of snap and a little bit of fur, a little bit of energy return through the foot strike is what I'm trying to say. There you have it, everybody. On to the fit and comfort scores. Soak it in. Standard across the screen. And durability, like not breaking down at all. Just not at all. Yeah, especially on the outsole. Like, I think that outsole is going to go the distance for you. So I went 500 plus. Of course, info at DeMoorGlobalRunning.com if you have photos of this shoe. There you have it. Price point, hello. Finally. Like, that's awesome. $130? That's amazing. I think this shoe is going to show up on starting lines in 2023. Maybe not like your A races, but for B races or tune-up races for your A race, for shorter trail races, I think it'll do the trick. Now, you might prefer more midsole stack height. I understand. Baby the legs a little bit. This is not a baby the legs type of shoe. This is a let's get after it and rock and roll type of shoe. That's why I would consider using it for some FKTs, everybody. There you have it. Other shoes to buy. Not quite, but I went Salomon Pulsar Trail and then Nike React Pegasus Trail 4. Those are the ones that kind of reminded me of this guy. Shoe quick specs, soak it in one more time, and there you have it, $130. Hydrohesion rubber on that outsole, all right. Fuel cell midsole, synthetic closed mesh on the upper, and that full review score, oh, actually, no. I think did it? Yes, it did. It did get into the 8s, all right? I had to do some, it did get into the 8s. It was 8 on the nose, 8.0 on the nose. You know what that means. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Does that mean we have to take one out? Oh, you know what? Noosa's been up here long enough. All right, we're putting it in there. Noosa, I'm sorry. See you later. Noosa, we need the Noosa 15 ASICs, all right? So onward we go. There's the comment of the day. Hit pause if you want to read that, all right? Thank you, Jake, for sharing your thoughts there and that question of the day. Maybe I'm in a little bit of travel mode right now. I keep asking these questions about locations you want to go to. What fictional place would you like to go to? Obviously the Shire, right? Obviously the Shire. But no, what fictional place would you like to visit, like that you've seen in a book or in a movie? Probably be the Shire. Probably the Shire for me. All right, there you have it. Onward we go. We will toss it to the trail running shoe playlist. Lots of trail shoes right here, right here, right here. Trail running shoe playlist right here, right here, right here. All right, seek beauty, work hard, and love each other. See you tomorrow.